This is Tom Pelissero from NFL Network. Rich Eisen showed what he's hearing about the Browns quarterback situation.
Just going into this, you would say Joe Flacco has the leg up because the coaches know him, because he knows that system. He's functioned in that offense before. Kevin Stefanski's gone to the playoffs with him. He knows that he can trust Joe. Realistically, Joe's probably not starting 17 games this year. He's been a very durable quarterback through the course of his career. But, the odds that at 41 years old, I believe he is, that he's going to play the entire season, you'd probably say that that's an unlikely type of a scenario. So based on what I hear, it sounds like it's wide open. It sounds like they're going in with open minds into this competition. The real question is going to be, it's one thing and I know that Kevin Stefanski said, don't read too much into the reps and rookie minicamp. It's very, very early. There's plenty of reps to go around. Well, as you get deeper into the summer and those veterans come back with Flacco, and with Pickett, Deshaun Watson's not going to be ready for anything in the offseason. We'll see if he ultimately is able to do anything on the field even during the course of the regular season here. But when you've got four guys, there's reasons a lot of teams philosophically want to pare that down and really roll with three in training camp. So very quickly as we get into the OTA portion, you'll see how they're dividing those reps. You'll see what the order is. I would anticipate just going in based on how these things tend to go. It'll be Flacco, then Pickett, then Gabriel, and then Shedeur Sanders getting the fourth reps or splitting the third reps or however they do it here.
Here's the thing that I keep coming back to, and people are probably getting sick of me saying this, but they had the opportunity to sign Joe Flacco all offseason. They traded for Kenny Pickett before they signed Joe Flacco. That tells me they saw something in Kenny Pickett. Flacco was out there. They made the trade to acquire Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's going to get a legitimate chance, and he might be the guy taking the first team reps.
Yeah, that's the way I would read it coming in. I think that you're right there. I think that they do see something in Kenny Pickett. They obviously dug into that quarterback class where he went in the first round at number 20 overall. So I think there is a level of belief that they can actually maximize his abilities and talent playing with Kevin Stefanski. And I think the Browns do want to get a good look at it. And I think in the end, ultimately, this all comes down to the comfort level and of the rookie quarterbacks of whether or not the Browns would even possibly consider moving on from one of the veterans. And I think that Joe Flacco, his role in this scenario is that he is like the ultimate insurance policy. And I think if you're the Browns, you're hoping that you don't have to break the glass and use him this season, but he is there in case you do need to.
Yeah, and again, I get Kenny Pickett hasn't thrown. I think he's thrown for 2 touchdowns in a game once, but he's 15-10. He's 15-10 as a starter in the NFL. So
yeah, I mean he's a pretty functional guy, and he has some good athleticism and some tools to work with there. So I think the Browns are interested to see what they can get out of him.
So he also wrote an article for Dogs by Nature about the quarterback battle, first true quarterback competition since. So take us through that.
Yeah, so in my mind, this is the first true quarterback competition the Browns have actually had since 2017, and that was the year that Cody Kessler was around with Brock Osweiler, and those guys all kind of went at it. And this is definitely the first competition that we've seen under Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski. We've always had a guy that's been anointed as the quarterback. Of course, Baker Mayfield was that guy when Stefanski first arrived, and then they went out and pursued Deshaun Watson. So for me, I think this is a unique opportunity for them to actually have the competition go on, and it'll be a true competition. And the one thing I know is that the guys in that locker room really all have an interest in who's going to win the starting quarterback job for the Browns. They want to get the bad taste out of their mouth from last season, the 3-14 record and all of that. So they're highly tuned into who's going to win. And I think that if Stefanski and the coaching staff utilizes this as an opportunity to kind of set the example for every position group, the rest of those guys in the locker room are watching the quarterbacks to see who's working the hardest, who's coming in early, who's staying late, who's putting in that work. And if I think one of these young guys can really impress in that regard, that's going to really just drive competition and create the culture the Browns really want to have.
I forgot about Kessler and Osweiler. There's a reason that was blocked out of my mind.
The good old days, Dave.